What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me here today on this Friday, April 21st, 2023 for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction. Coming to you from the MOD Crypt as always, bringing you some of the best in metal-related content right here on YouTube. Check out Metal Ben's Chronicles, Thrasher Be Thrashed, and Ken's Death Metal Crypt, and Justin Horval. There's some great creators there as well. If you missed anything in the past week, the eye will pop up right there, the annotation, bring it down. All the videos from the last week are there. I'd appreciate it. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, turn on that notification bell so you know when I post a new video. MOD, bringing you only the most elite underground metal on YouTube. Alright, so guess what time it is, guys? It's Metal Album Warfare Fridays here on the channel once again. So tonight we have an awesome battle for you guys of two underground USBM Elites, the Xasthur Leviathan Split. Now I do have the vinyl and the CD, which has bonus tracks from Xasthur, but I wanted to show you guys the Profound Lore split vinyl. This is an original press on clear vinyl. I believe this is limited to 500 copies. Now, since Xasthur has more of an offering on the CD, or on both versions, I'm going to do 3 songs from Xasthur and 3 from Leviathan. Actually, I think there's only more on the CD version, if I'm correct. I'd have to look at the track listing. But anyway, now if you don't know anything about these two legendary acts, then I highly recommend you go watch One Man Metal. Now, I knew a lot about Xasthur and Leviathan before I watched that, but One Man Metal is a good documentary if you want to check out what this music is really all about. And, you know, the masterminds behind it, the brain children behind it of Xasthur and Leviathan. I've also covered these bands quite extensively here on the channel, but I am going to be redoing a lot of those videos because I have a new set. My editing is better, my equipment better, and stuff like that. And I've just gotten so much better at doing this. So, for the lineup, we have of Leviathan, Rest, all instruments and vocals. For Xasthur, we have Malefic, all instruments and vocals. Let's get into the battle. So first up from Xasthur, we have the eerie bliss of torture and solitude going up against Leviathan's unfailing fallen to naught. And you know what? The eerie bliss and torture of solitude is a 5-minute, just cold, funereal, drenched track of apathy, misanthropy, isolation, and depression, with a very, very cold, chilling guitar tone, some really simplistic drum work from the drum machine, but a very haunting, depressing keyboard melody that's played over and over with Malefic's tortured, undead vocals. He literally sounds like an undead fucking dragon, in my opinion. That's the best way I can describe Malefic's vocals. Very demonic, just a very crushingly depressive, hopeless track. Very bleak and cold. Unfailing Fallen to Naught from Leviathan is in the same vein. This one's a little bit faster paced, a little bit more drawn out at 10 minutes. But an incredible track here from Leviathan with a lot of misanthropy and bleak, cold isolation and despair. There's a lot of melancholy in the guitar work as well. The keyboard work at the end has a really nice ambient passage for like 3 or 4 minutes that really gets under your skin. These are both incredible tracks. They're both getting the point. Next, we have Xasthur, Keeper of Sharpened Blades and Ominous Fates, going up against Leviathan, the remotest cipher of the last breath banished. And you know what? These two tracks are absolutely off the charts when it comes to cold, bleak, hateful, fucking depressive black metal. You have some amazing climaxes to both of these tracks, but amazing builds as well that really shadow you in despair and misanthropy and isolation with their blanket of ice-cold guitar work, shrill vocals from both these guys. Very, very incredible stuff. Xasthur and Leviathan fit so well together when they do a split album, and this is some of the best that these two bands have to offer on this split, so I highly recommend it. These two tracks, absolutely amazing. I cannot pick a winner. We have another point for both, so we have a 2-2 tie here. Next up, we have Xasthur's Conjuration of Terror versus Leviathan, Where Their Winter Beats Incessant, which is a Judas Iscariot cover. Now, Conjuration of Terror is the fastest track we would see here from Xasthur. There's blast beats, it's frantic, it's panic-stricken. There's a lot of fear and tension on this track that really serves to build as the track progresses forth, and some of the vocals on here are just absolutely nightmare-inducing, but albeit amongst an amazing keyboard-driven section that really brings the track together and brings it home. Very, very cold, bleak, depressing atmosphere full of misanthropy and terror. This is an awesome track as well. Now, on Leviathan's side, where the winter beats incessant, the Judas Iscariot cover, I actually preferred this version over the original. This one is a bit slower, it's darker, it's more foreboding, and I feel like the emotions are a lot more nuanced throughout this version, though don't get me wrong, I love Judas Iscariot as well. But I think Leviathan took something of his own and added it to this track. It definitely sounds like it's a Leviathan track, more than a Judas Iscariot track, primarily because of the tempo and the shifts in the atmosphere that really swirl and get into your skin and get into your subconscious very, very effectively. And I absolutely fucking adore this track as well. One of the best covers I've heard, and Leviathan are gods. Or is a god, and so is Xasthur. So yeah, can't pick a winner here. They're both getting the point. So we're going to add up the scores. Xasthur coming in with 3 points. Leviathan coming in with 3 points. Can't pick a winner. The split is too goddamn good. And of course, we have a tie because these two artists are absolutely incredible and so important to the creation of the third wave of misanthropic black metal out of the US. Actually, these bands came out in the second wave in the mid-90s. They had some demos and stuff before to the 2000s. Actually, Xasthur had a demo out with Osiris, I believe is the name of the band, in 1999. Leviathan had some stuff pre-2000s on demos and stuff like that. So you could consider these guys second wave, but they kind of bridged into the third wave almost instantly. Hail the fucking underground. Alright, so there you guys have it. Another Metal Album Warfares in the books here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed the video here today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when videos are posted. Merchandise available on the Bonfire store. Links are in the description and the homepage. Janelle is working on new designs for the merch. It's going to be 3D rendered art. There's going to be a lot of changes to the merchandise. It's going to look absolutely awesome. She's also working on a new logo for me and another set for summer. So lots of cool stuff coming to the channel. Only the fucking underground, guys. That's what you get here. And, you know, the classic bands. If somebody asks me to review a classic band like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest or Dio, or any of the bigger bands that are classic like Savatage and the like, those types of bands, of course, because the classic bands will never die. And without them, we wouldn't have metal today, right? So yes, awesome stuff. Yeah, join the channel right now, become an MOD Elite. You get great perks for $249 for your first month, $499 thereafter. Hit the join button. You get access to exclusive content, review requests within reason, of course, band interviews coming up. On the 24th of April, we have Tibor Hani of Cryptworm is going to be live here on MOD. I cannot wait for that. Also, I got to talk to Metal Ben and find out when he would like me to interview him for Holocaust. And my boys over at Cadaver Right, amazing Washington State black metal freaks. They're going to be on the channel this year. Shout out to all those guys. Go check out Metal Ben's Chronicles, subscribe to him. Check out his thrash project, Holocaust. It's some of the best fucking new thrash I've heard. And of course, Cadaver Right, once they put out some stuff, I will be promoting them here on the channel because they are channel members. And yes, Cryptworm, can't wait for that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tonight for Brothers from Hell Fridays. We're doing the Xasthur to Violate the Oblivious. So make sure you check that out. Coming up on Metal Ben's Chronicles at 9 p.m. We'll be live. Hails, guys. We'll see you later on for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show tomorrow night. Cheers.